why taking aligned action matters, and why you always want to move from this anchored soul position. It is extremely important as a soul led CEO to allow your overall soul mission and purpose and the bigger vision of what you really want to do. Use that to take the next aligned action in your business. I get it. It's really easy to get lost in all the strategy of things. And sometimes you're going to have conflicting strategy. It's like, well, this mentor says that I should package it up and launch it like this. Well, this mentor says I should work on messaging in this first. Okay, so the truth is that yes, there is strategy behind how you're going to execute, grow, and scale your business. Absolutely. However, when it comes to strategy, it's a dime a dozen about what Biz Mentor is going to say, where you should focus. So that is why at the end of the day, the only one who can really make that decision to take the next step is you. And if it were me, I don't want fear and my ego leading the way, because while my ego has been running the show for a long time, as soon as I anchored into soul, I found that I stopped overthinking everything. I stopped thinking, oh, well, wait, what's the right way to do this? And actually, I realized I just need to listen to my heart and soul and know that there are honestly a couple different pathways to get to what it is that I'm unfolding. There is no wrong step per se. And even if, so I'm right in this place right now. You haven't seen me on TikTok in a little bit. Yes, I did ghost this space a little, but I am back. I hopped into a week of a launch. And as an intuition coach, mentor, past life healer, energetic calibrator for soul-led CEOs, I wear a lot of hats, but at the end of the day, I am here to help more women master and anchor into your intuition and access higher levels of consciousness so that you can actually channel and co-create your business with your higher self and guides. That is not something that's only exclusive for people who are like, oh yeah, I'm already intuitive, I'm already really psychic. You already know you're intuitive, and there's a way that we can amplify that. That is the work we do inside my higher self mastery healing program that focuses on helping women unlock their fully unleashed intuition. Now, I have been in launch of that for the last week, and I was delivering this amazing experience. And here's the thing. As I look of beginning to do a bit of a launch debrief, and I begin to think, okay, what do I get to create and put in the world next? I could tell myself, oh, well, I did that wrong. Oh, well, that number didn't turn out right. Oh, well, that, right? I could let ego. And it's not to say that I don't look at the data and allow the data to provide me feedback. But instead of berating and shaming myself and being like, why didn't this number go better? Or, oh, I could have perhaps executed this a little bit better to make it more clear to women in my world. What is the next best step? Because I'll be honest, I got super excited about this thing that I'm going to be birthing and putting out into the world. And I got so excited that I got a little bit ahead of myself. And so when I went into the pitch of my current launch, while I love my Intuition Mastery program, I actually decided to put the Intuition Mastery program, which is kind of insane because it's literally like a spiritual portal. I decided to put it into it was going to be a bonus. So it's going to be a bonus that when you join this new thing that I'm going to tell you more about later, I was like, okay, so when you join this soul mentorship space that I'm creating, you're going to get my higher self mastery program for free. That's bananas, because I've had women tell me my higher self mastery program is literally like a deep, deep spiritual initiation without needing to go on a plant medicine retreat, without needing to go on a 9-day pilgrimage to Egypt, without hiring a shaman for a year. It literally delivers life-changing results. And so how I did it was I did that as a bonus for when you join the mentorship space. Herein lies something that I could have done better. I have not yet revealed what this new group soul mentorship space is. But I got so excited that I allowed the energy to take me there. And in that, yes, it did create some confusion during this launch. However, at the end of the day, did I get more clear on my next step? Yes. Did I invite more women into my world by doing this launch, even if it didn't quote unquote go perfect? Absolutely yes. Have I teed myself up for making an even bigger, more amazing next experience so that I can actually formally launch this next thing that I'm putting out into the world? Yes, yes, and yes. So if I would have paralyzed myself, and that, like, so again, earlier this fall, I was really going back and forth of like, what should I launch? Old Maria would have stayed in that overthinking of which one's right, what should I do, what should I do. I even did a pivot mid launch again as I really just kept feeling into this soul mentorship space that I'm creating, that I ultimately created a back door that women who were in this current experience, they could join through the back door. Now, I just realized that I didn't really clearly articulate what was behind the back door. Like, I'm super jazzed about it, but I didn't really give my people like a heads up on like all the juiciness that's going to happen inside this space. So it makes sense that it didn't quote unquote work out as intended, or like as I thought it maybe could. But again, old Maria would have I would have stayed stuck in like, which one do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And I would have outsourced my power to a coach, to a mentor, let them tell me what to do. And then honestly, I would have come out of it maybe with good or not good results, but realizing that like I hadn't made the final decision. I left it to someone else, which also then makes it easy to blame someone else when it doesn't work out. So I knew I wanted the decision to come from me, anchored from my higher self and soul. Second thing is that there was an element where I kind of could have stayed on the straight and narrow. And I'd been given some advice from a mentor because I'm in a couple different mastermind spaces. Because again, I do truly believe like having some strategic and being in these masterminds and different things like that can be really supportive. So one of my mentors did say like maybe just do a full live round of this intuition mastery program that I've already done. It's already completed. It's on Evergreen. It works and it doesn't need my live presence for 8 weeks. So what I'm saying is if I had outsourced the decision and said, okay, you know what, that does make the most sense. I should just do my intuition mastery program. Don't focus on this other group mentorship space that I'm creating. Just do this for 8 weeks. But deep down in my soul, that didn't feel in alignment. I was like, I do not want to do this program for the next 8 weeks live because I already know it delivers insane results. Whether women did it live with me or I've had women go through this program already fully self-paced and they are like, holy cow, Maria, I like literally realize how intuitive I am. I can now channel with my guides. I can now see things through my third eye. Like, chef's kiss. It's already amazing. And I was like, it feels like it would be the opposite. It would kill my soul if I had to do it 8 weeks live because I already know it works. And so again, that's just where I'm making these decisions, one from like what feels right for me, what feels right towards the greater and higher picture. And it didn't make sense to commit to something that I'm honestly like not feeling as called to continue to deliver live because I already have the beautiful Evergreen program in place. And there's different ways that women can get into that program already. Where I'm really feeling called to go deeper into is announcing this new club and space for soul-led CEOs, which like you can tell, I just light up when I talk about it. So I'm closing out this current launch that I'm in. I'm about to reveal the next thing that's coming out. I can't wait to share more. And I just wanted to say, this is why it is so important to anchor into your soul mission, your vision, your purpose, because you can be in all the mastermind spaces. You can get all the advice, but you need to have a solid way to ground and anchor into like, what do I want? What is my mission and vision? What like not only makes sense, but what feels aligned? What's the next aligned action that I can take that higher self Maria is like, yes, this is in alignment. And that doesn't always mean that you can't look back and be like, oh, how could I have how could I have learned from this? Like, this is still a learning opportunity for me. But as I do the learning from it, I'm just using that as data to support then my next aligned next step. I'm not using it to berate and shame myself for what did I do wrong. So this is that permission slip. Do what feels right. If you need a deeper connection to that intuition and higher self, ask me, hop into my DMs. I'd love to share more about my higher self mastery program. Bye, friends.